Now then, guys, welcome to Straz Gaming. I'm Luke. This is episode 12 of my Leicester City Let's Play on Football Manager 2018. Today, we're going to be taking on Liverpool. And if we have a quick look to see what we have been doing, and we've been doing really well. I can't remember what the last game was we played. It's really gone out off my head. I can't remember the last time I was here. Was it the Arsenal game? I believe it was the Arsenal game, actually, where we managed to win 3-2. I do remember what we're doing. So, Arsenal game, we won 3-2, and then we came crashing down to earth with a 2-2 draw against Stoke. Dominic Solanke, again, getting 2 goals against us. I'm sure he scored quite a few, and I kind of wanted to sign him, but I don't need him. Then we played Newcastle at the bottom of the league, and we won 6-0. Easy victory. Silva getting himself 4 goals, Rob Holding getting a goal, Mahrez getting himself on the score sheet. It was just easy. But today, we take on Liverpool, who are in 4th place. If we have a quick look at what the table looks like, we're in 6th at the minute. We're 2 points behind Manchester City, 10 points behind Liverpool. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to be able to get 4th spot, I don't think. Especially with the amount of games that we've got left. If we have a quick look at the schedule, there aren't many games left. We're not going to catch Liverpool, but a win would be nice to chase down Manchester City for the 5th place spot. So what we're going to do, we're going to play the Liverpool game, and then we're going to quickly play the Wolves game. We'll ignore it. Then we're going to get into the FA Cup semi-final against Swansea, which is going to be a big game, especially for the FA Cup times, because we are the only Premiership team left in the competition. And I've just realised I've just clicked yes to the match, and the match is now warming up, and I've not looked at what team I've selected. So I think, yeah, okay, this is the squad we're going with. Silva and Iheanacho up top with Perez, Holtby, Ndidi and Wilshere for the midfield 3, and then Dejan Holding, Gibson and Kazawa left back, and Lopez in goal. Charles Nzonzi, he's been good for Liverpool this season, I think, as well. Right, let's just get into this game. So, I think we owe Liverpool last time, or did we beat them? I can't remember. Don't know. Did that work? I don't really get team talks. I don't really look at them properly. Right, we're going attacking. It's worked against every other team we've played against recently, and it'd be nice just to get a victory against Liverpool. We're playing before Man City by the looks of things as well, so if we win, it's definitely adding pressure onto Man City. So in the meantime, if we win this, we're going to go above them. That should be nice. But Liverpool look like they're on the attack here, and Zonzi, they were almost in Liverpool then. Mandzukic, is that who it is they've got up front? Coutinho's still there as well. I forgot he's left now. Anyway, Wilshere, right. Couldn't find the pass, and Alana picks it up. Gibson's there, but Liverpool look like they're on the attack. Can we do it? Kazawa, great tackle by Kazawa. Up top to Iheanacho, to Silva. Is he going to get himself another goal? He can't. Mignolet's there. Right, free kick, Wilshere to Perez. Out to Dejan. Cross it into Iheanacho. Oh, he puts it over. That's surely he should have done better than that. We are all over Liverpool at the minute. And bear in mind, we're away as well. We're at Anfield. We're not at home, and we're absolutely dominating them at the minute. 5 shots, they've only had the 1. We've had all the possession. We've had 3 on target. They've had, yeah, things are looking good so far for us in this match. The only problem is we haven't scored a goal, and that's definitely something we're going to need to change in the second half. Right, okay, it's just going to be a boring end to this half, I think. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do sub-wise. Evan Swift has been playing really well recently, especially in this formation. I feel like I might bring him on in the second half at some point. But Perez to Silva, he's played it across to Jan. Couldn't get his cross off. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe Evan Swift, keeping this formation and bringing Mahrez on at some point as well. I've got this formation's working really well, and then I've brought in the wide players that have still got at the club, and Liverpool are in it, and if they score, they're definitely FM-ers, and they haven't. We've got Toledo as well. I brought him in, and he's such a good player. He's too good to be sitting on the bench, so I need to get him into the team somehow. Silva, though, on the other hand, is having an absolute dreadful game. So, we've been the better team, yes we have. I'm going to make the sub now at half-time. Why not? I like to make my subs early. I like to get whoever I want to bring on to have a chance. I just realised that's probably why Silva was having a bit of a poor game. I was playing him as a false 9 and not as a complete forward. Always check the team, Luke, before you click the button to go. So that'd be why. Oh well. Second half, Evan Swift comes on. Yeah, I feel like doing the subs in 60 minutes or so. When you're 0-0, you want to come on, you want to score a goal straight off. You make the sub a bit earlier, bring on another player early, and see what they do. And they can, especially if the player's not having a particularly good game that you're taking off. I know it's a bit of a morale loser for them, but they've got to learn they're having a bad game. Hopefully, it'll just bring them on. And here's Evan Swift looking for Iniacho up top. Couldn't find him. We are going to the 60-minute mark. And Liverpool with another attack. And they're slowly starting to look a bit more dangerous. And Iniacho is now injured, picked up an injury, and that is... I think it sold it for me. Indeedy, Holtby, there we go. Holtby can come off. Box watch midfielder, and then I'll do the double sub. Inside forward on support. Toledo can come on as well. And then let's just take off, exploit the middle. And let's go. Hopefully, I know we've been playing so well this formation, we've been able to do it. Hopefully, this change of tactic isn't going to cost us the match. That's always the other big problem, isn't it? But it's not working. We're not really getting many chances on. Silva was playing a bit crap, where Iniacho's just picked up an injury, so it's showing to probably change things up a little bit. Toledo's on the ball now. What can he do with it? He's found Perez. He's found Swift. He's found Ndidi, and again puts it over the bar. We just seem to we're having the shots, but we're not getting them on target. We're not testing that Liverpool goalkeeper Mignolet. At the end of the day, though, if this ends 0-0, Liverpool are now, it's put them into third place. It is, I'm going to say, a very good result for us. But I feel like we should have won. We should have got something better out of it, really. Toledo's having a bit of a poor game since I brought on 6.4, but Liverpool are going to be on the attack here. There's a couple of seconds to go. Hopefully this is just the end of the game. Yes, it is. So, a bit of a boring first game to this episode, really, isn't it? You were just unlucky today. I say unlucky. They did all right. They weren't really terrible, were they? But a 0-0, we've got a point away at Liverpool, at Anfield, and we didn't lose. So we're slowly turning this Leicester City team around. We're back to where we should have been at the beginning of the season. I think Iniacho is out for 1 to 2, 3 days. I just think if we had this sort of form at the beginning of the season, because we have just a quick look before we get into this next game, the run of form we had at the beginning of the season, we didn't win in the first 4 games, and I just think it was, yeah, consistency's not been there. But then we've turned it around at the end of the season. This season we've been playing really well. It's been a bit hit or miss because the past couple of seasons we've played really well at the beginning of the season, and then when it comes to the end of it, we turn a tail off a little bit. So we're turning it around. We're on a bit of massive run of form. We've only lost 2 games in, well, since December, really. Our last loss was in February. We're now coming to the end of the season, so we're looking well. So, right, guys, quickly going to do the Wolves game, and then we're back for the Swansea one. See you in a minute. Right, guys, we're back. Semi-final time. We played Wolves, by the way, guys. We won 2-1 just. Iniacho getting both the goals late on as well. Just a bit of a poor game. He scored in the 78th minute. They scored in the 80th minute, and then we managed to claw it back and score with the last kick of the game. Table-wise, if we're below Man City by 1 point, I don't know how it's going to go. I just want to get 5th place again. Well, failing that, I want to win the FA Cup, which we're about to do now. So if we quickly go to the tactics and have a quick look to see if it works. Here we go. So Evan Swift is going to start with Iniacho up top. Felix is going to be in. And then we've got Ndidi, Fellaini, Wilshere, then Trent Alexander-Arnold, Holding, Gibson and Kazawa. I don't know why I'm bringing in Fellaini, but I just feel like FA Cup, I need a ball-winning midfielder. He can play a game there. I put on McCule onto the bench, the young attacking midfielder. Looks decent. And I did notice, been banging on about Toledo, but I clicked onto him. He's now dropped down to a 2.5-star player. Whether that's because the quality at the club we've got at the club is a lot better than what he is, or what, but he's valued 17 million. We bought him for 3.1. I'm now starting to doubt myself whether it was worth signing him, but look at his stats. His crossing, yeah, it's not too bad. His dribbling 17, that's probably why. His finishing's not that great. His passing's 11. He's not actually that great of a player, really, is he? But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this game. Let's win and get into the final. I was just going to say, I don't even know what I was going to say. Let's win. I was going to say this game, but yeah, let's win it. Let's win this football match. Right, Swansea's team. Bonnie's still playing for them. Tom Carroll. Is that the Tom Carroll that was at Tottenham? Or has he always been there? Yeah, he was at Tottenham, yeah. Me knowing some of my football knowledge. Anyway, let's get into this game. We're favourites here for a reason. Oh, who's that switched off? Jack Wilshere. That's not good. Again, Jack Wilshere, I'm well impressed with him over the past couple of seasons. He is our captain now. And yeah, it was a good buy from him. I thought he may have been a bit of a hit or miss player. I was playing him in the attacking playmaker role, like in the centre just behind the striker, and it just didn't work for him. Dropping him back a little bit, it seemed to work, and he seems to have flourished for us in the Leicester City shirt. Iniacho is on the attack. Carroll dispossesses him. Thing is, now I've clicked on Andy Carroll. It's not Andy Carroll, it's Tom Carroll even. I can see him getting a goal against us now, having the best game of his career. But there's a ball over the top, and we'll take them shots all day long. We are away. Yeah, so I was saying that, no, the semi-final's at Wembley, isn't it? So we're at Wembley right now. I thought we was away, but we're not. We're actually, it's the play at Wembley, which just takes the magic out of it a little bit, doesn't it? But we're in and almost grabbing a goal there. Right, Evan Swift, what can he do with it from there? Can he cross it in to find Iniacho or anyone? Iniacho's on there. Cross it again. Indeed, he can't find it. I don't know what we were doing then, but we are all over Swansea right now. Felix with the corner to Fellaini to hold into Gibson. The defenders lining themselves up there. That was a great goal then. We had Felix. Fellaini doesn't win the... Well, Fellaini heads it to Holding. Holding then passes it to Gibson, and that was a well-worked goal. And it's nice to see the defenders getting in on the action as well. I think I have struggled in previous seasons to get defenders to score. I know they don't normally score, but when they come up for these set pieces and stuff like that, you'd expect them to bag a few goals in the season. And Gibson's certainly been putting a few in for us. So's Holding as well. So at the minute, it is our defender that's putting us into the final of the FA Cup, but that's talking a bit too soon because we've got another half to play yet. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I started him as well. I don't know if I went for the team properly, but Iniacho's in, and he should have scored that. He hit it straight at the keeper. That was a terrible finishing for our top goal scorer, but another corner there, and Swansea clear it better this time. Upfield, but Kazawa's there to clear it up. Iniacho's on the yellow card now. Oh, Iniacho had the best chance to make that 2-0. He really did. The team's looking a bit tired as well, actually. I haven't really rotated it as much as I'd like, to be honest with you. Dressing room, I'm pleased. Things are going well. I know you're better. Capable, better. Yes, okay. Right. I just need to watch Iniacho now. I think Silva's going to come on for him in this half. Felix. That's just a pointless highlight, isn't it? Silva didn't have the best of games last game, didn't it? I took him off at half time, and we're getting to that point. I don't want. Okay, there's a highlight here first. See what this highlight is, and then Iniacho's coming off. And that's a red card for Swansea as well. Okay, Swansea down to 10 men. I definitely need to take Iniacho off now. I don't want him to be sent off. Right, Trent Alexander-Arnold to Fellaini, to Wilshere, to Iniacho. Can he find a cross in? He can. Evan can't find Evan Swift though. Right, let's make this sub. On you come. On attack. Go. Right, if we do not win this match, there's something seriously wrong with us. Right, Evan Swift to Wilshere to Iniacho, still on the pitch. Across into Evan Swift, who's headed it over, and our strikers at the minute are just not looking on song, I must say. Evan Swift's not having the best game of his life, but he is only a youngster, and it is a semi-final of the FA Cup, and he is playing at Wembley, so it's probably getting to him the occasion a little bit. I might just do my usual tactic. I might just bring on Mahrez and Toledo, maybe. I think pause that there. Evan Swift, you're not having the best of games ever, are you? Fellaini's not been playing that great, so Toledo on you come. And Mahrez on you come. So I've got a big decision at the end of this season, whether to try with this formation a little bit more, bring Andy Gray into it, Damari Gray even, into the team a bit more with Toledo, and we've got the wide players, or sell him on and make a bit of money out of him. But Damari Gray's out on loan at the minute, and he's at Wolves, and he's only played 6 games. So whether they're just not playing him, or he's just not been good enough to get into the team. But Carroll, and they're on the attack now, and they've just hit the bar. That is not good. Probably the change of formation hasn't helped. 10 minutes to go though. Ben Gibson's goal is the one that's taken us into the FA Cup final at the minute. Let's just tell him to concentrate a little bit. 2 minutes to go. Our attacking force hasn't looked good, has it? In this match. Only winning 1-0 against Swansea. A 10-men Swansea as well. Right. But it looks like we're about to get into the final of the FA Cup. Ndidi plays it to Toledo, who looks for Felix to Ndidi. Out wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who can't find the cross. But he doesn't need to, because the ref has blown the whistle, and we have now made it into the FA Cup final. 24 shots we had. Only 6 of them on target. That is a bit disgraceful. But Leicester City have made it to yet another final of the FA Cup. And a little interesting fact, Leicester City hold the record for going to the final the most times out of any other team and not actually winning the FA Cup. We're not going to add to that stat this time. We're going to win it. And we're against Crystal Palace in the final as well, because they won their game. Semi-final match, we've won it. We've received just short of £1 million for getting through to the semi-final. Yes, congratulating on that. And if we have a quick look at the schedule, it says unknown, but I know it's, if we click on the FA Cup, it should say semi-final. Yeah, Crystal Palace won on penalties. So that is who we're going to be facing in the FA Cup final. So, in the meantime, I will play the Burnley and West Brom game. we'll play the last game of the season just to see where we end up, because obviously we're still fighting for that 5th place as well. And then we've got an FA Cup final. The first chance of this save, the first chance on the channel of me getting silverware. And if it's the FA Cup, that is a box tick, because that's something I wanted to win with Leicester City, because they haven't won it before. And I'm bigging it up so much, and now I can see us losing it. But look at that run of form. Sea green. Excellent. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.